Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Leanna and today's video is just going to be a ramble through my reseller brain because it's been a week. It's been just one of those weeks where a lot has happened and I kept going, okay, I could do this for a video, I could do this for a video, and then I got busy doing this for the business and I got busy doing that for the business. And I couldn't really focus on one subject. So my brain was like doing this thing all week long. So it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun living with me this week. So we're going to go through some of the things that I was thinking about, and I'm going to expand on them as much as I possibly can. But first, I do want to thank you for your patience in waiting for this video. Normally, I upload on Fridays, but what I did yesterday with the video I just wasn't happy with it. I just wasn't pleased at all. So I thought, no, you know what? I'm going to postpone it and hopefully put out something a little bit better in the next couple of days. So this is what we get today. Number one, last week, I did do a haul last week, which was great. And that was from like the Thursday before. So I filmed that on Sunday. This is a little insight into how I film. I filmed it on Sunday, but didn't release it till Tuesday. But on Sunday, Paul had made arrangements to go and view another couple, a reseller couple in our city. They had bought a storage unit and they were looking to purge and to unload some of the items that they just didn't have time for. And so he made arrangements for us to go and view this stuff to, with the potential of buying a lot of it, which was really cool. I was really excited. I thought, okay, this is a really cool thing, a big sort of private buy, like, Lonnie and Candace do at Shed Flips. And it was fantastic. Number one, meeting the couple was really cool. Getting to talk to somebody else in our town that does the same thing. Now, they both work full time, so it's a little bit different for them. But just learning about the stores and what their sort of take on things are, it was really enlightening, and I really enjoyed doing that. So it was totally worth it. Now, a lot of the items that were in this storage unit, a lot of kid sizes or small sizes, which I don't really deal with. And a lot of the stuff was very, George type items. And I just don't sell those kinds of things. I did pick a few things. I ended up getting, I think, 18 or 19 items, which was really cool. I was going to do a haul on them, but you know what? Honestly, they were more mall brands and I need to get listings. So I didn't do a haul on that, considering I was already doing a haul. I didn't want to do 2 hauls in a row. But I want to talk about the potential to have a big buy and being able to actually do that, having that safety net of money behind you that, if these opportunities come up, that you can actually take advantage of them. So it felt really good that we were in a position that we could possibly make a big buy. That made me feel really good. It didn't turn out to be fantastic. It was good. It was really good connecting. Connecting with other resellers in your area can be really beneficial to your business because you can bounce ideas off of them, or you guys can talk about your experiences and you can learn from each other and you have a bit of a support system there. Not all resellers are your competition and they're not all evil people or anything like that. I think the majority of us want to help each other out. So building connections with people in your area can really help your business a lot. And I really do recommend it. There's been a couple of times that I've shopped with other people, not Paul, and it's been really eye-opening and it's been a lot of fun. So I do recommend if you can reach out and find somebody in your area to do so. It can be really good for your business. Now, saying that and building connections, another idea that was popping through my head all week was, social media and how it's got pros and cons for our business. You can learn a lot from social media. Absolutely, 100%. You can learn a ton of information that is really useful. And for somebody that is on YouTube, I'm not going to tell you not to go on to social media. But the con of social media is that it can be a total time sucker and time waster. It's really good to, scroll maybe Instagram once in a while and find out, brands that are selling or techniques or strategies. And Facebook groups are really good if you need to bounce an idea off of somebody because you don't have someone in your life that understands the business. Totally get that. But you know what? Those can be if you're finding that you are always on social media and you're not listing, or you're not, searching, researching, or doing whatever it is you need to do for your business, it's not really going to be beneficial for your business, because all that time is there and not doing work. You have to still work for this business. I know that for me, I will scroll Instagram like once or twice a day. That's about it. I go into my Facebook groups once in a while. I don't comment a ton. I do comment once in a while, especially if I can help someone out. If they have a question and I know the answer, or I think I know the answer, I definitely will help out. Very, very seldom do I get into the drama, because it's just not worth my time. I did have a small bit this week. I did comment because it was something that was just really just biting my butt, really and truly, because it was misinformation. And it wasn't like a lie or something. It was just not the whole truth. And it really just made me mad. It's like, okay, you cannot tell people this. It's not right. When you mean, okay, the whole situation basically was someone was saying Poshmark does not support returns, which is a lie. It's not true. Poshmark does support returns, especially if the sellers have made mistakes in the listings or didn't provide enough information in the listings. So, you had to make it a bigger statement than Poshmark does not support returns. And this is something that this person was telling her buyers, and it was wrong. And I sort of got into it a little bit with her, not a lot. I did walk away. I was like, you're not worth it. I'm not going to bother, because you know what? Whatever. But that is not true. Poshmark does support returns. But I could have really gotten into it because I was just in that kind of mood, and I could have been sucked down into that drama. And I really had to think, no, you don't need to waste your time doing this. You can go and do something better for your business. List, photograph, do whatever it is you want to do. So if you get sort of sucked into that kind of stuff, you need to take a step back and go, is this helping my business at all? Now, maybe it's helping you because you need to blow that steam off, and that's okay once in a while for sure. But you really do have to think, is this helping my business? So, all right. So with that big buy, I was hoping to get maybe another haul video out of it. But you know what? I have already done a haul video this week. I didn't want to do 2 in a row. And all this stuff now is at the office ready to be steamed and photographed. But I think what I'm going to do is on Tuesday's video, or whatever day it's going to be, which we'll get to at the end, I'm going to go through my death pile. I'm going to pick maybe 20 of the absolute best items that are in my death pile, and I'm going to show you what is sitting there not making me money, because I have a lot of stuff. And right now I am not sourcing. Sunday we spent $20 on the items that we bought from that couple, and that's it. I am not sourcing. I went to the cross-border shipper on Thursday. I passed by the Goodwill. I didn't go to the bins. I just came home. I'm very proud of myself. Pat myself on the back. So right now I need to go through my pile that's at the office and start getting that stuff listed. And I'm on a ban of sourcing until I think I'm going to go I'm going to count my items first off. But I think once I get down to maybe 40 left, then I can start sourcing again. So we'll see about that. So we're going to do a haul with my death pile coming up, which is cool. Also, what else happened this week was this thought of time is money. It just kept popping in my head. And part of that was, being on social media, wasting my time, thinking I'm not having value for this. But you know what? Time is money is a very old saying, and I found out that it was coined by Benjamin Franklin, which I thought was really interesting for some reason. But I think what it used to mean is much different than what it means now. And I do believe that the majority of people think that means when you have time, you make money. If you have time, you make money. And it's more focused on the making money. Which, it's fine. If that is you, then that's fine. For me, I want to focus on time being valuable. So my time is valuable. So that's why when I do drive all the way to the cross-border shipper, even though I'm sending out items that have been paid for, I like to sort of make the trip and have something else with it, it just gives more value to my time and gas money that I'm spending. So if I can source a little bit to make more money, I always like to do that. But this week like I said, I was on a ban, so I didn't do that. But for the most part, my time is money. So if I have to spend 7 hours on an item to sell it for $5, it's not worth my time. It really isn't, because then I make no money whatsoever. So for that, it's like, okay, so how do I spend my time? How do I give my time value? And first of all, I have to say I take downtime because I think downtime is very, very valuable. I put up, boundaries because I don't want my downtime interrupted. And even though I know I have my own business and I have to sort of run it all the time, I still put those boundaries there. My phone is not on my bedside. I do not get interrupted during my sleep time with notifications that somebody wants a measurement that's not in the listing. I just don't do it. I don't think it's healthy, but you know what? I'm not in your business, so I don't want to judge that. It's just, for me, I put my phone away. I have boundaries, and that's something that is very important to me because my downtime is valuable. But during work hours or for my business, my time is also valuable. So I started thinking about that, and it's like, okay, I'm going to put it out there and say, I prefer thrift stores over the bins. There it is. I said it. I know. Because at the bins, the cost of goods is absolutely unbeatable. Unless you have a thrift store that does dollar days or something, unbeatable. It's the same as garage sales. Garage sales have fabulous cost of goods usually, but it takes a lot more time to find those items. So for me to go to the bins, my threshold is an hour. I can spend an hour at the bins. I'm perfectly happy. I get enough stuff that I'm happy with it, and I go about my day. Garage sales, you know what? I don't want to go in and out of my car 10 times a day for 3 or 4 hours and come home with like 5 items. To me, it's not worth it. I much rather would go into a thrift store and know all the hard goods are over here, the shoes are over here, the jeans are here. So I know that if I want to only spend 15 minutes in that store, and okay, like right now, I want to source more jeans because fall is coming. So I'm going to go to the jeans rack first thing. And it doesn't take me very long to go bloop, 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 bloop all through the jeans. Mainly because I focus on bigger sizes. I don't focus on the extra smalls. So I cut out a whole section to begin with. But I know that 15 minutes is really well spent time, even though I'm paying more for those jeans. I'm paying for the convenience because I don't want to spend all of my time thrifting. I don't want to spend 6 hours at the bins. It's just, I think maybe one day I might do that just to see what it's like. But I also know myself and go, yeah, you know what? I don't think I'm going to be able to do it because it's just, that's a long day. And I know it's worth it. I know like getting items at the bins is more than worth it. I understand that. I just like the convenience of a thrift store. And I am paying for that convenience. So time is money. So yeah, I'm spending less time, but I'm paying more money. But if I spend 6 hours at the bins, I have to take that into account as well. So time is money for sure. When I have a task that I don't like to do, I'd rather spend money getting somebody else to do that task, because if I don't like doing a task, I don't do it. And with this business, there are tasks, there are jobs that absolutely have to get done. And if you are willing to sort of do it yourself, outsource it and pay that money to get it done. For the most part, that is worth it. If you are a newer seller, it might not necessarily be worth it, because if I only have 100 items in my closet, for instance, it's very easy for me to share that like 10 times a day. It will take absolutely no time and very little effort to do that. So it's not really necessarily worth $30 a month to have somebody else share only 100 items. Now, if you're a newer reseller and you have a young family and you work full time and that's up to you, then it might be worth your time. But I outsource the jobs that I just don't want to do, because if I don't want to do them, they don't get done. So time is money. Remember that. And remember, there are time wasters, and sometimes you need that downtime, time waster stuff. I scroll TikTok. That is my downtime. That is my scrolling downtime. And I do it because there's absolutely no reseller content on my TikTok. I refuse to put it on there. And I don't use TikTok for myself, in the sense that I don't promote myself at all on there. So I find it very relaxing because it has absolutely nothing to do with business. All right, I got totally off track again because I forgot to talk about doing an inventory purge. I have spent this week doing a purge on my inventory. I've put stuff into inventory. I'm taking things out. I've run a couple of silent shows with Last Chance on both Canada and the US. If that stuff is not selling, I'm going to do one more, I think, this weekend. If it hasn't sold, that stuff's getting donated, or I'll use it for our garage sale that we're going to have next week. It was supposed to be today, but we're in the middle of rain season. We've had thunderstorms most of the week, except for like Friday morning was fabulous. I went paddleboarding, yay. But we've had thunderstorms, so we postponed our garage sale to the next Saturday, and I'm going to try maybe to get, $1 a piece for those pieces of clothing that are not selling at all. And if not, everything gets donated, and we're doing a big purge. And it's very healthy to do, and it's really good for your business to purge once in a while. I just don't have the space. So to have an item listed for 2 or 3 years just isn't worth it for me. I see this a lot on some of the Facebook groups. People were like, oh, I just sold this item. I've had it for 3 years. And I'm like, why do you have it for 3 years? Like, it's up to you. But for me, I like sort of rotating, and I want to get rid of things. So I'm just now getting rid of absolutely the last items that we moved with 2 years ago. It was like, gone. You're gone. You're not selling. You're gone. And it feels really good to do that. I feel much more organized and much more in control of my business. All right, that is it for today. That was the ramble through my brain this week. It has been a fun week, let me tell you. I've had a good week, actually. Sales are up a bit. I've been doing silent shows pretty much every single day. And even though I'm not making sales with the silent shows, I think it's giving a lot more activity to my closets, so I'm really happy about that. I'm going to continue to do them and keep an eye on them to see how they are working. But yeah, that's about it. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. Thank you again for your patience. I will see you sometime next week. I'm playing with my days right now. It's summer, I think that's okay. I am going to do a haul with my death pile so you guys can all laugh at me. Until then, everybody have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.